What's up, guys? Welcome to Busted Pixel Gaming. I'm Mongo,
I'm Siege.
and we are back in the gritty Michael Bay-esque world of Dark Souls.
What about this is Michael Bay-esque? There's not explosions.
This is Michael Bay before he really hit his stride in his career.
Oh, I see.
Oh, you will not. And
Bad puppers.
if I'm not mistaken, we are going after the Taurus Demon.
If you have the, if you have what you know, this is the door that will lead to the sorcerer guy. I don't have the key though. I forgot to buy
Or
it.
not the Taurus Demon. Did I say Taurus Demon? I meant the Capra Demon.
Yeah, we're gonna fight the Capra demon. We've
Oh!
already fought the Taurus demon, if you'll remember.
Sir!
Now, don't you swing your
Oh, yeah,
flaming
friend.
poo sticks at us.
Oh, God! Say, human poo is supposed to be cattle dung!
Human poo burn brighter. Oh god.
Blue flame.
Oh dude, so I was thinking about it. In last episode you were talking about how the you got in trouble with your whole Papa Roach thing.
Right.
I actually have a similar story that happened
Oh,
to me
man,
when I was a
please.
kid. So
Please tell me about Lil Cody.
okay, so Little Cody was writing a story, right, in his downtime. Right, I'm writing a story at school, and I'm probably in like third or fourth grade, and
Right.
I was reading books pretty early on, and so between like books and shows, I'd become accustomed to that people died.
Certain
And-
things.
Well, in my mind, a pivotal step for a lot of classic story arcs was so the main character's parents dying. Usually, it's something that helps fuel their
Right.
story. So
Someone has to die.
yeah, so like I'm writing this story, and as I'm writing this story, I'm just like in my mind it's a story about a guy who gets a dragon, right? And I think it was heavily influenced by Aragon. If Aragon was
Right.
even out of I just died. Holy shit.
Oh, Jesus. Man,
Okay, wow.
I'll at least avenge you. There we go.
It just gave me blood loss and death. Okay. I need to.
I do remember Aragon. I don't know if I read it as soon as it came out, but may have been shortly after.
Yeah, I need to. Give me 1 second.
Let me go unlock this shortcut in my world real quick.
Yeah, I'll be right back there in just a second. But anyway, I was writing the short story, and in my short story, the character's parents died. And
Right.
whenever his parents died, and so I can't remember if like he had the dragon already or if he gains the dragon, but like him and the dragon set off, like he finds his parents dead. It's like raining and everything. And a substitute teacher, not even my actual teacher, a substitute teacher
It's always a substitute.
reads this story, like finds this story, and she's like super concerned, like, "Oh, are you all right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm
Everything-
fine.
Yeah.
Like, I'm perfectly fine.
God.
Go ahead and place your sign down. I'm coming back down there." But yeah, I told him I'm perfectly fine. Did you put your sign down?
Yeah, signs down. That's
yeah.
so funny.
Yeah, she's like, "Are you okay?" Like, and literally, like, I think she told me, like, you shouldn't write about death.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, I'm like,
I remember getting that.
as an adult, it's like, why? It's like,
Yeah, and like, it's weird looking back on it because developmentally, you know, when you're a kid, you don't really see any kind of division like class or age, things like that. The
Yeah.
people who are around you are supposed to be around you because they're like you.
yeah, exactly.
You don't think that everyone's you don't think that something is any different than something one of your peers hasn't already experienced.
Yeah. And it was just so weird, like I think it weirded her out And I don't know if it would have weirded my normal teacher out as much. I don't know, but I think at least my normal teacher knew I read a whole bunch.
Right. And that was, you just,
Well, and like
Stolen.
I was reading Harry Potter at the time, and in Harry Potter, his parents
God,
died.
Harry Potter gets dark.
Yeah,
It's
his
very
parents,
dark.
his parents died and everything, and it's just like, that's just a normal thing. I don't know why she had to wig out about it so much. All right, let's try to be a little more smart about this and back off. Let them come to us. Ooh, man, they hurt.
Ooh, that twofer.
Yeah,
See,
they
this-
stick you though, man. Ooh.
It's funny you mention that though, because I do remember same age period for me. Being in elementary school, they gave us creative writing as like a day-long assignment. You might want to drink you a flask, buddy.
Look at the hood.
I see that. So mysterious. And at the time, I was like super into Animorphs. I don't know if you remember the Animorphs books.
Oh, dude, I do remember the Animorphs books. I didn't get super into them though, like my friend did.
Oh man, those and Goosebumps. I had like all of them.
Nice. I did read a lot of Goosebumps books.
Yeah, Goosebumps was my shit. So for anyone who doesn't know, did not grow up in the 90s, Animorphs was a series of kids books that focused around a group of teenagers who, after an alien crash lands on our planet, are gifted the abilities to be able to transform into animals that they're choosing.
Yeah.
And it opens up into this giant intergalactic scheme with Earth and everything. I don't finer details or plot points, but there were like 2 or 3 different kinds of aliens that were really cool designs to me as a kid.
Yeah.
And I remember one of them was the Andalites, and the Andalites, they're like these mouthless, noseless, eye on stalk centaur-like creatures that had like tails that had like giant ass sword blades.
Yeah, it's funny
on
enough,
them.
the only book I ever read of the Animorphs was the Andalite Chronicles.
Exactly, that was one of my favorites. That was one of my favorite books, man. And so I remember writing like my own like, ow, Jesus, fuck, dude. Okay, all right, I get
God,
it.
hey, all right, man.
Your house,
Right?
it's your house. I get it.
Alright, I didn't know you lived here.
And so I wrote my own like prequel, and like in it, it was almost like the opening to like A New Hope,
Which
where
that's super
a lot of
cool.
people died. It was very violent, and I used the imagery of blood for effect. Coming from a kid in elementary school, that's just like, good God, what the fuck is happening at home? What are they letting you watch? What are you doing?
Yeah.
And so it did not go over well, my little story, because I even had illustrations.
Oh no, oh no. Just like, this is how his blood spewed out.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's one of them that was like cut in half by another one as he died because there's a super important scene. They're like, what's going on here, Kevin? I'm just like, oh, he died so the rest of them could get away, and they're saying their goodbyes. They're like, is everything okay at home, Kevin?
Like, do you need to go? Do you need to go to the counselor? Like, do we just need to like shuttle bus you? Do you need a blanket? Some. Yeah, this is how his arms were ripped off, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, he was
just
impaled on an
crazy. I mean-
Andalite's tail, and there's just spewing everywhere. It's like, so how's life at home? Oh, it's great. We go to church every Sunday.
Yeah, exactly, right? What
Oh
church
my
is that?
God.
Hail Satan.
Right, teachers, they get so freaked out, man. And bless their hearts, they
Oh,
just,
man.
they're just afraid.
Well, and I hate to say it, but I think our childhood was the beginning of this resurgence of PC culture, and I think that was the problem with it. Is everyone was starting to become more sensitive because at work they've been running those specials on CNN, the history of like the history of comedy, and then there's like the 80s,
Yeah.
the 90s, and the 80s and 90s is when animation and things that we knew as we knew them that were targeted toward children started changing.
Yeah.
you had things like Beavis and Butthead that were on the air for the first time, and everyone was freaking out. So it was just such a sensitive time, and it's so funny to look back on it. Because that was just like the beginning of the end for free expression.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, this is kind of a shortish episode. You know, it was actually would have been even shorter if I hadn't have died just then. But this is one of the very small areas of the game. When we come back next time, we will start to enter the depths and start our way to Blighttown, Mongo's favorite spot in the whole game.
No!
But anyway,
Oh!
if you guys like what you saw, leave us a like, comment, subscribe, tell us what you'd like to see, and we will see you guys in the next episode.